G5, it's your birthday! Happy birthday! My birthday party. Ah, thank you, thank you.
Okay na checkpoint sa tahanan, tanan niyo pala namin sinusako kay muna ta.
Checkpoint, sir?
Dali,
Stay
sinusako na
naman
checkpoint.
ang girls. Stay naman ang girls. Stay naman ang guys. Girls. Boys only.
Oh, mga po,
Mga mama, mga sir, si Iska Abuko. Inspection na rin siya.
Sige, sir. Sige, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Siya tagiyan eh. Doktor,
Ay, sir, sir.
siya tagiyan eh ba?
Ang tagiya na sir, murag kani siya sir, kanan na siya muna tagiya. Uy, ali, check. Tabagon? Sa kaon? Fred.
Sir, ayong hapon sir.
Ngayong hapon. Morning ba?
Oo sir.
Pangalan naman sir? Pangalan ko sir?
Marcelo Saluday sir.
So, sa Saruday, morning ba? Nga, ito siya ba ni?
Cellphone na sir?
Ito na ni. Bukat mo lagi.
Ma'am.
Bukat mo lagi na.
Charger siguro sir.
Charger siguro sir.
Hindi ka sir, sige.
Charger siguro. Uy! Ano sir?
Nakuha ang cellphone na. Mga ni? Mga ni?
Sige sir. Papel sir, punta na sir. Basik na sir.
Nakalit siya ni, nakakapil?
Wala ba sir?
Wala.
Sabay. Ata na. Dili na pwede.
Ikaw na reply. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to counsel. If you can't afford one, the government will provide you with one. These rights cannot be waived except in writing and in the presence of counsel.
Saludai opened the bag and it revealed the following contents. 1. An improvised 30 caliber carbine bearing serial number 64702. And second, 1 magazine with 3 live ammunitions. Third, 1 cacao type hand grenade. And fourth, a 10-inch hunting knife. On cross-examination, SCAA Boko further elaborated on the search conducted.
Aska Boko. And that checkpoint, which was conducted along Ilong Road, Davao City, was by virtue of a memorandum.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now you said that around 5 said date, you were able to intercept a Metro Shuttle passenger bus, and you requested the passenger to alight.
Yes, Your Honor.
All female passengers were left inside,
Yes, Your Honor.
and after all passengers were able to alight, you checked all cargoes of the passengers in the bus.
Yes.
And you testified that one of those things inside the bus was a black gray colored backpack, which
Yes.
was placed at the back portion of the bus.
Yes.
You said that the bag was heavy,
Yes.
and you picked up or carried also other belongings or cargoes inside the bus, and that was the only thing or item inside the bus which was heavy. Is that correct?
There were many bags and they were heavy. When I asked him to order the bag, it was heavy, yet it was small. When I asked, he said the content of the bag was a cell phone, but it was really unusually heavy.
And you said that somebody admitted ownership of the said bag. Is that correct?
Yes.
Who admitted ownership of the bag? Now you said that while you were looking at the bag, you noticed that one male passenger you pointed as the accused keep looking at you.
Yes.
And aside from the accused, all other male passengers were not looking at you.
The other passengers were on the ground, but he was on the front of the window and he was looking towards the bag.
And the accused admitted that he owned the bag. You requested him to open the bag.
Not yet. I let him board the bus first before he opened it.
And when he opened it,
I saw the handle of the firearm.
that's all, Your Honor.
On the other hand, defense presented petitioner as sole witness. On direct examination, petitioner denied ownership of the bag. However, he has also admitted to answering SAAA Boko when he asked about its contents and allowing SAAA Boko to open it after the latter sought for his permission.
Mr. Saluday, after the conductor of the bus told the member of the task force that you and your brother were seated at the back of the bus, can you please tell us what happened next?
The member of the task force asked who is the owner of the bag and what were the content of the bag.
To whom did the member of the task force address that question, Mr. Saluday?
To me, because I was pointed to by the conductor.
And what was your reply to the question of the member of the task force?
I told him that it was only a cell phone.
By the way, Mr. Witness, who owned the bag?
My elder brother,
And why did you make a reply to the question of the member of the task force when in fact you were not the owner of the bag?
because I was pointed to by the conductor that it was me and my brother who sit at the back of the bus.
Now, after you told the member of the task force that probably the content of the bag was a cell phone, what happened next?
He asked me if he can open it.
And what was your reply?
I told him yes, just open it.
Now, you said that the owner of the bag and the one who carried the bag was your brother. What is the name of your brother?
Roger Saluday.
Where is your brother Roger now?
Roger is already dead. He died in September 2009.
That's all, Your Honor.
On cross-examination, petitioner clarified that only he was pointed at by the conductor when the latter was asked who owned the bag. Petitioner also admitted that he never disclosed he was with his brother when he boarded the bus.
Mr. Saluday, you said that you panicked because they pulled you, but as a way of saving yourself considering you do not own the bag, did you not volunteer to inform that the bag was owned by your brother?
I told them I have a companion, but I did not tell them that it was my brother because I was also afraid of my brother.
So, Mr. In short, you did not actually inform that your brother at the time when you were boarding the bus, correct?
No, sir, I did not.
So, you were answering all questions by saying it is not your bag, but you confirmed that it was the conductor of the bus who pointed you as the owner of the bag, correct?
Yes, sir. The conductor pointed at me as the one who sit at the back of the bus.
That's all, Your Honor.
The defense subsequently rested its case and the prosecution waived the right to present rebuttal evidence. Upon order from the trial court, the parties submitted their respective memoranda.
Wherefore, in view of all the foregoing, judgment is hereby rendered finding Marcelo Gigbalin Saluday guilty of illegal possession of high-powered firearm, ammunition, and explosive. So ordered.
On 12 October 2011, petitioner timely filed his notice of appeal. The decision of the Court of Appeals. On appeal, petitioner challenged his conviction, raising as grounds the alleged misappreciation of evidence by the trial court and the supposedly illegality of the search. On the other hand, the Office of the Solicitor General argued that the warrantless search was valid, being a consented search, and that the factual findings of the trial court can no longer be disturbed.
Wherefore, the instant appeal is dismissed. The sentence dated September 15, 2011 of the Regional Trial Court, 11th Judicial Region, Branch 11, Davao City, in criminal case number 65734-09, finding Marcelo Gigbalin Saluday guilty beyond reasonable doubt of illegal possession of high-powered firearm, ammunition, and explosive is affirmed with the modification that for the offense of illegal possession of high-powered firearm and ammunition, he is imposed an indeterminate sentence of 4 years, 8 months, and 21 days of prison correctional maximum as the minimum term to 7 years and 1 day of prison mayor minimum as the maximum term, in addition to the fine of 30,000 pesos. And for the offense of illegal possession of explosive, he is sentenced to suffer the penalty of reclusion perpetua without eligibility for parole. So ordered.
The search of person in a public place is valid because the safety of others may be put at risk. Given the present circumstances, the court takes judicial notice that public transport buses and their terminals, just like passenger ships and seaports, are in that category. With these guidelines, a routine inspection at the terminal or of the vehicle itself while in transit constitute a reasonable search. Otherwise, the intrusion becomes unreasonable, thereby triggering the constitutional guarantee under Section 2, Article 3 of the Constitution. Wherefore, the petition is denied. The decision dated 26 June 2014 and the resolution October 15, 2014 of the Court of Appeals in CAGR CR number 01099 are affirmed. So ordered.